Spirits of French Lick is proud to introduce the Maddie Gladden Bottled and Bond Bourbon. This 4-year aged bourbon is double pot distilled and non-chill filtered, and has a full-bodied mouthfeel with eucalyptus, molasses, clove, ginger, and slight citrus, as well as grains of paradise. The finish is long and reappearing on the back of the tongue with notes of pepper, tobacco leaf, and mint green. All of our spirits are available for tasting and purchase inside the French Lick Winery and Distillery. Spirits of French Lick, respect the grain, please enjoy responsibly, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome to the Tiny's under 10-minute tasting of Five Brothers.
Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
All right, welcome to the under 10-minute tasting of Five Brothers. Let's just get right down to it. I am Tiny of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. You can check us out at www.scotchybourbonboys.com. Check out all the different things that we got going. We podcast. We've got a whiskey live coming up Friday night, 9 p.m. February 11th, 2022. And check that out and a bunch of other stuff, but that's neither here nor there. Tonight I am drinking in a Scotchy Bourbon Boys Glencairn. You can get that on our website or through our Patreon. When you're at our website, top right-hand corner, click that Patreon, support us through there. We have t-shirts, and also you can get Scotchy Bourbon balls. All right, Five Brothers, made by Heaven Hill. I picked this up at the distillery. It is not allocated. What's something really cool about that is when I went there, I was able to pick up something, but it's off to the side, got that. And I've got a little bit of reading before we get to the tasting. Here we go. In 1933, the end of Prohibition sparked new interest in Kentucky bourbon. In Bardstown, 5 Shapiro brothers invested in a new distillery and eventually bought it outright. They had no inventory, no warehousing, and no brand, but they did have patience and perseverance. Today, that distillery, Heaven Hill, is the largest family-owned and operated distillery in America. Made from Heaven Hill's traditional bourbon mash bill, this bourbon is an artful blend of 5 different ages, ranging from 5 to 9 years. This blending of ages honors the courage, dedication, and solidarity of those 5 brothers. That's what we got right now. Heaven Hill just purchased the company that owns Widow Jane. They keep getting bigger and bigger. So the Tiny's under 10 minute tasting of Five Brothers. The rating system is 25 for taste, 25 for nose, 25 for taste, 25 for body, and 25 for finish. We're going to pour this into the Glencairn. One of the cool things about a Glencairn is its shape. You can roll it around the counter. Let's see if I didn't pour too much. You can kind of see it here. Everything's in the way, the microphone's in the way, but you can see it as you roll it around your glass. Clean it up, look it up to the thing. You can see how it clings to that Glencairn, and it kind of sticks there. And you wait for those legs to form, and we're kind of seeing a little bit of dripping. There we go. We got a couple nice legs dropping in. This is a darker, but that 9 years. So this particular whiskey is more on between a mahogany and a molasses, in my opinion, as far as color. All right, let's get to the nose. It's a really pleasant nose. It's got some fruit, a little bit of cherry I pick up. I get the normal caramel. a little bit of the nuttiness that I sometimes get with Heaven Hill. Ooh, there's some floral right there. This is a delicious, complicated nose. There's no doubt about it. A little bit of honey, vanilla, and you know, I said cherry. I want to say some pear. I think I picked that up last time on the podcast. Anyways, let's taste it. Oh, that's delicious. A ton of vanilla, a ton of honey. Almonds. Oh, not a big burn. Limited spice. Oh, there you go. A little bit of hug. Maybe some dark chocolate on the back palate. Like really dark chocolate, not leather. Yeah, it's dark chocolate on that finish. Letting that finish go. All right, let's just see the body. I like the body in the glass. There's some caramel. There's more of the almonds, and then there's that dark chocolate. All right, so we got to rate this. So out of 25 on the nose, there's like 4 complicated things. So I'm going to give this nose a 22. We'll just jot that down into this. 22 for the nose. There's always a pen right there. So you give the nose a 22. Let's do the taste and the palate. What I like to do with the taste, the front of your palate is for sweet. The mid and the back is more for your bitter taste or spice. So I get that sweet taste up front on my front palate. And then I get all the Heaven Hill aspects of all the really good. And then I get that dark chocolate. I'm going to give the palate a 23. Body. This is, I believe, hold on, 45, I think. I think that's a 45, which is 90 proof, but let me make sure. It sucks getting old, that's for sure. 45. It's what I thought. 45, it's 90 proof. For a 90 proof, it's got a good body, but probably out of all the things that are there, it's a little bit light. So I'm going to give it a 20 on the body. The finish, though, I give it 24 because that finish is long and chocolatey. So tonight's under 10-minute tasting of Five Brothers, brought to you by Heaven Hill, gives a total of 40, 60, 89 out of 100. I think that the color is perfect. The only thing that it's not like some of the big bourbons with the higher proofs, but at 90 proof, it's enough. And what's happening in this bourbon is spectacular. So with that said, this is Tiny's under 10-minute tasting, and we will have Little Steve O, who sings the Alabama song for us, take us out. Remember, littlesteveo.com. He's got an album out. Check that album out on his website. You can listen to it on Apple iTunes, but Little Steve O, our guy on Sunday nights at Gervasi Stillhouse. If you're in this area, check him out every other Sunday. He is pretty cool. All right. Remember, good bourbon equals good friends and good times. Get the hell out there and live dangerously. Good night.
Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
The Watershed Story. A watershed moment might be pivotal, but it might also be quiet and fleeting. It could be a monumentous occasion, a cause for celebration, an enormous triumph, or a small daily victory. A watershed moment could be a rekindling or an observation or a gathering. Any opportunity to relish with friends and family. It's whatever you choose to cheers to, who you're gathered around, and whatever's worth celebrating. We founded Watershed Distillery on the principles of community in 2010. We wanted to live in, work in, and contribute to the community in which we grew up. We aimed to create spirits and stood apart in quality and character. Along the way, we set out to form a community of our own, one that could gather together to savor, celebrate, and enjoy good spirits and company. We've grown from a tiny little still and 2 guys in jumpsuits to a dedicated team of over 40 people and 2 much larger stills. If you're ever in the area, stop by so we can introduce you to our team and pour you some of our award-winning bourbon. Creating it was our watershed moment, but we want to hear about yours. Dant Crossing, Gethsemane, Kentucky. Timeless hospitality that stirs the spirit. Dant Crossing is a one-of-a-kind destination for unforgettable weddings, memorable corporate events, day trips, and weekend getaways. The pastoral campus is anchored by Log Still Distillery and includes an amphitheater that seats 2,000, a 12-acre lake for fishing and unique lodging options, creating an immersive experience that's rooted in the community and culture of our little slice of Kentucky. More attractions will open soon at Dant Crossing, including our 21,000 square foot distillery, which we will have the ability to produce 15,000 barrels of spirit each year, a network of wooded walking trails, fully functional private train depot, farm-to-table restaurant, and the Legacy, a premier wedding and events venue. Whether you're looking to host an event, book a stay, or reserve a tasting, we're ready to welcome you. Learn more at dantcrossing.com.